Hello and welcome. You are listening to the Ditch Decade Diets podcast. I am your host, Lorna, certified food freedom coach and founder of the Ditch Decade Diets Academy. I've spent 10 years in an unhealthy relationship with food, binge eating, over-exercising, and feeling insecure in my body. This podcast is all about helping you get to the root of your food struggles and teaching you how to rewire your brain so you can end binge eating. If you're ready to improve your relationship with food and cultivate more self-love towards yourself and your health, this is the podcast for you. So let's get to it and jump right in. You say you want to stop your binge eating, but what you really want is to hold yourself to a higher standard that you know you're meant to be held to. Deep down, you've always known you were a powerful badass. Like, let's be honest, you've always strived to be the best. You've always, even when you were a kid, whether it was in school, getting good grades or working really hard, you've always strived to be the best person. And the success that you've had in your life so far, it proves that, right? Your relationships are great. Your friendships are great. Family life is great. You've worked really hard to get to where you are. And that's just who you are. You always love challenging yourself, growing as a human. You love personal development. You love learning. You love growing. You're not somebody who's just staying stagnant. You want to be the best version of yourself. But somewhere along the lines of struggling with binge eating, you've kind of forgotten how powerful you are. And you kind of stop taking care of yourself because what's the point? I already feel uncomfortable, or I'm struggling with binge eating. I can't put myself out there. I can't do this. I can't do that. And that's not who you are. And you know that. You know that. And this is why you feel so frustrated when you binge, not only because you're giving into your binge urges, but because it doesn't feel like you. You know that you deserve to treat yourself with so much more respect. You know that this isn't who you are. You're not somebody who came on this planet to be self-soothing with food and stuffing yourself with food. You know that it doesn't feel like yourself, and that is why you become frustrated, because you know that you could be taking way better care of yourself. And when you are a woman of your word and you treat yourself with so much respect and you have higher standards for yourself, you're going to be reminded that you can do hard things like conquer binge eating. You're going to step back into your power, that powerful version of yourself that you know is there. Deep down, you know that you're a badass, but you just have to remind yourself of that. You're going to be reminded that, yeah, I can conquer binge eating. Yeah, I could feel really good in my own skin. Yes, I could live an even better life than what I'm living right now. Not feel like I'm going through this, out-of-body experience or living a double life by binging behind closed doors. Yes, I know you want to stop your binge eating, but what you actually want is to wake up every single day and confidently say, I treat myself so good. I treat myself like the freaking big deal that I am. I know my value. I know my worth. And naturally, your confidence, your self-love, and your badass energy is going to continue to flourish. You know that you did not come here on this planet to spend all day thinking about food. That's not who you are. It's not who you are. You know you're here to live an incredible life, to be the best wife, the best mom, to make a massive impact in this world. Deep down, that is who you know you are. That is who you know you are. To have the best habits in place, to be consistent, to show up powerfully for yourself every single day, to nourish your body, to work out and to feel like the strongest badass that you are, to take really good care of yourself. That's when you're going to actually feel like your true authentic self. Right now, you feel frustrated because you're binging, because you know who you are deep down isn't somebody who makes herself so sick that she just eats so much. You know deep down who you are is not somebody who hides and isolates herself. You are this bubbly, joyful ball of energy that everyone loves, but you're shying away. You're shying away from her. And it's time to step into this powerful version of yourself and remind yourself you didn't lose her. She's still there. She's still there. And this is why I created inside of the Root and Rewire membership I'm doing an accountability challenge to up-level your habits, your routines, and standards for yourself. And oh my goodness, these ladies in the membership are freaking crushing it. They're feeling like a badass every single day. They're getting up on their first alarm. They're crushing their morning and their evening routine. They're moving their body from a place of self-love. They're having greater boundaries from themselves. They're having less screen time. They're using the brain-based tools every single day to become less impulsive with food. And it's no wonder why their confidence is increasing. Their self-love is increasing. Their badass energy is skyrocketing alongside of having a better relationship with food, having less food thoughts, and having less binges. You raise your standards, you take your power back, and you're going to feel like your truest, authentic self again. It's time to step into her, this version of yourself that you know you've always been. Somebody who takes good care of yourself, who has high standards for yourself, who treats yourself like the freaking badass that you are. This is who you are. And if you've lost it, it's okay. You can decide at any given moment, I deserve better. I deserve a better life. I deserve to treat myself better. Back in January of 2019, I had this breaking point. And I was like, this is not who I am. I've always been this bubbly, high energy person. People used to call me the Energizer Bunny. Like when I used to dance, I've always been front and center. I've always given it my all for everything, whether it was studying, whether it was dance, whether it was certifications, like whatever it was, I've always strived to be the best of the best. And when it came to struggling with binge eating, I didn't feel like myself. It was hard to be bubbly and outgoing when I felt insecure. And I had a decision. I had a decision at that moment to say, well, I'm not her anymore. I'm not that bubbly self anymore. Like, well, I'm just going to be this insecure person who's going to isolate herself. And I know I was bubbly and energetic before, but like, that's not who I am anymore. Or I had the decision to say, you know what? No. This version of myself, this insecure version of myself is not who I am. Who I actually am is powerful. I'm a badass. I am somebody who takes really good care of myself. I strive to be the best. I'm always learning. I'm growing. I want to be the best version of myself. And guess what? I said, that's who I know I'm meant to be. That's who I know I'm meant to be. And at that time, I said, I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to step back into her. I want to genuinely wake up every single day in awe of my life. I want to confidently say, yeah, you know what? I take really good care of myself. Yeah, you know what? I have bomb-ass routines. Yeah, you know what? I have the best habits. I am the queen of self-love. I remember writing in my journal in 2019, like, I am the queen of self-love. I take such good care of myself. And it's true. And to this day, I have very high standards for myself. I take really good care of myself. And that's why I attract so many badass clients, because they know that they have this in you. Like, you know that it's in you to take really good care of yourself. And maybe you just feel like you've lost that spark, or you've lost that desire or that joy. And you want that spark back. You want that excitement back. You want to step into your powerful, badass energy again. And so if that sounds like you got to come join us inside of the Root and Rewire membership, where you can actually skyrocket and up-level your habits, your routines, your standards for yourself, alongside of healing your relationship with food. It's inevitable. You're going to stop your binge eating when you work with me. But I don't want to just help you stop thinking about food and become less impulsive. Like, that's going to happen. But what I actually want to help you to do is feel like your truest, authentic self again. I want you to wake up every single day, like, feeling so good, so proud of yourself. Like, today, I treated myself like so well. I went for that walk. I did my morning routine. I gave myself, time to eat my lunch outside and in this beautiful sunshine. And I'm taking such good care of myself. I want that for you because it's the greatest freaking feeling in the world. So it's time to raise your standards, to take your power back, and to step into her, your truest, authentic, badass self. So you can join down below the membership. And again, when you join now, you're going to get access to the special accountability challenge that I'm running until the end of August. So not only will you stop your binge eating when you come inside of the membership, you're going to stop your binge eating, but you're going to freaking have the best habits, the best routines. Like, you're going to just feel so incredible every single day. You're going to feel better in your own skin. You're going to have more energy. You're going to just literally feel so unstoppable because you know your worth, you have higher standards for yourself, and you treat yourself like the badass that you are. So I am so excited to support you. As soon as you join the membership, you'll get immediate access to the accountability challenge and literally start transforming your life today. I am so freaking excited to support you, and I will see you inside.